Hitler was a German military leader, politician, and writer. He was born in Austria on April 20, 1889, and has the fourth of the 6 children of Alois Hitler and Clara Pulse. Alois Hitler, his stern father, did not agree with the interests of his son Adolf in the arts. He showed an early interest in German nationalism and the rejection of the authority of Austria-Hungary. His nationalism would become the more motivating force of Hitler's life. Adolf Hitler ruled the power in German politics, and he was a leader of the German National Socialist Workers, also known as the Nazi. Hitler has a Chancellor of Germany from 1933 and 1945. His mines result in Second World War, and it led to the genocide known as the Holocaust, resulting in the deaths of 1932. Hindenburg was re-elected in the presidential elections, defending Adolf Hitler, his main contender. Hitler came second in the 2 rounds of the election, getting of the votes in the final account. The result established Hitler fourth in German politics. Hindenburg appoints Hitler as Chancellor in order to promote political balance. Hitler used the position as Chancellor to front the legal dictatorship, which suspended basic brings the tension with authoritarian Hitler, which gave his cabinet full for a period of 4 years and the law deviation for the constitution. He wants to have to control branches of government. Hitler and political allies avowed on the systematic suppression of the romantic political position of Jews. Her movement had been intimidated in the dissolution on July 14. In October of that year, Hitler ordered with that of the Germany from the League. The day before Hindenburg's death on August 1934, the cabinet did allow abolishing the president's office, and they combined his power with the office the Chancellor. Therefore, Hitler became head of the state and was formally appointed later on the Chancellor. Hitler became supreme commander of the armed force.
Fascism is a form of fashion that demonstrates an ideological rejection by liberal democracy and the parliamentary system. He also incorporated affirmed anti-Semitism, scientific resistance, and eugenics in his cult. His extreme nationalism came from Pan-Germanism and the Bolshevik movement prominent in German nationalism of the time, and was strongly influenced by the anti-communist Freikorps, paramilitary groups that emerged after the defeat of Germany in the First World War, from which emerged the cult to violence that was at the heart of the movement. In the German ideology developed in the 1920s, but I will not be important until the 30s, when the harsh condition of peace imposed in the Treaty of Versailles, 1919. There are coupled with the serious global crisis of Black Thursday in 1929. In Germany, the situation is even more pressing, since the devastating economic effects accredit the obligation to pay the tribute of the fight in the First World War. Unpopular discontent before the anxious situation that made the streets filled with demonstration extremists of all kinds, both left and right. The situation culminates with the strong disgrace of the liberal democracies, given that the dictatorship that emerged proved to be circle of the controlling and resolving the crisis more effectively than the democracies of the Italy of Benito Mussolini, who was praised of making that trains will arrive on time so to put an end to the strife and economic chaos that had dominated that country, like the Empire of Japan, countries in which strong governments they solved the crisis in the middle of the theory and they were pursuing and restoring the social order, their solution to economic problems. To this political economic crisis, we must add an earlier ideological crisis that has been suggested to extend from 1890 to 1930, and which has been characterized as a revolution against positivism, both values and approaches to society and society politics that formed the basis for Western civilization were perceived as surprising relics of rationalism from the Enlightenment, specifically both fascism and intellectual development in President issued to transcend what was perceived as the currents of the West.
The Holocaust is the same, was a planned extermination program devised by Adolf Hitler and another Nazi leaders who appealed in industrialized and systematized murder of certain social groups. Although the main victims were the Jews, other groups were also persecuted, shut up, and gypsies, homosexuals, and the disabled. A plan that was executed by Adolf Hitler but was previously created and designed by Commander-in-Chief of the SS, military, police, and security organization of Nazi Germany. Heinrich Himmler, that later would become Minister of the Interior. Methodically, he established the elimination of the various social groups that, in his opinion, prevented the creation of the famous Aryan race that would give extreme power of superiority in the aforementioned German nation. The massacre was carried out several strides. The Nazis established concentration camps where the prisoners were used as evils until they died. Either died the illness or physical exhaustion. Many were the extermination camps that were launched during the time that Hitler was in charge of the country. Among them stands out, for example, that of Bexel, which was one of the first to be launched.
The Second World War, 1939-1945, was the armed conflict between Axis, Germany, Italy, and Japan, and the islands, Inglaterra, France, Soviet Union, UA. It was caused by the ambitions of Adolf Hitler, Germany, and Mussolini, Italy, and Hirohito, Japan, for the economic and political predominance of the planet. On September 1939, the Germans invaded Poland. Shortly after the attack, Denmark, Norway, Belgium, Holland, and France. On August of 1940, they abolished England. Meanwhile, the Italians invaded Greece and Egypt. But their attempt failed. The Greeks went to their both were defeated in the Battle of the Alma. July 1942 and June 1941, the Germans invaded